Welcome to 4th and 10. What? 5 again?
Live.
I said
Oh,
live.
I said 5. Welcome to 4th and 10.
When has that ever been a thing? I don't count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 5 again. Oh,
I
we're
thought
going over.
something-
Can't start that over.
Maybe something went wrong. Welcome to 4th and 10 right here at Spreaker, iTunes, Spotify, Google
Joyless.
Podcast, Amazon Podcast, all the ones, hopefully none of them. Hopefully none of them. Hopefully you said, hey, forget audio. I want visual. And guess what? You've got it because we're live on YouTube right now, all 4 of our faces. Subscribe, hit the bell, get notified. Scientifically, if you watch our podcast, you get healthier. That's crazy.
That's what the Poppy. Did you hear that Poppy's getting sued? The soda can company.
Oh,
They're
no.
getting sued because they promised they would make them healthier.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make you healthier.
Look, science, come after us.
We're healthier than Poppy.
We are so much
I
healthier.
like our eyes there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
like
think
our eyes
we're
there
we're
for
definitely
sure.
healthier than Poppy.
I did come to the conclusion this week after watching First Take that we are officially the most diverse podcast show in the world.
We just don't have.
I believe that.
Yeah, we just don't have a lady. If we got a lady,
I
in
feel
the,
like it's
if we
either
got a
now the Pat McAfee show, the white wilderness that is their show,
Sure.
or the First Take, which is the barber shop
Yeah.
hang.
I think we need a racially ambiguous woman that
We
sits
shouldn't
in
have we
between
shouldn't have
us.
sat white and black.
That's for sales, baby.
I mean,
Come on. Red, white, and blue. Come on.
my name's
home of
Nathan
the
Owens. You can
brave.
find me on Twitter at Nate Owens Comedy, Instagram, TikTok, Nathan
Make
Owens Comedy, or
podcasts great
NathanOwensComedy.com. David Produce with me.
What's up, everybody? Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Do or Die. That's at DUEORDIE. I'm
Hey,
on my
you
social.
spelled it.
And of course, David Sumner.
What's going on, good people? Get at me on TikTok, Instagram, Damon Jr. 2, DAMONJR at the number 2.
And the biggest Jean Valjean fan we could find, Dan Duncan.
Wait, real quick. Dan, you know who Jean Valjean is?
I do.
Okay.
Okay.
I was trying to see how zoned out you were.
No, I feel like you got a couple good characters.
No.
out of
Got you.
that.
Okay, all
I,
right.
if you missed the pre-show, I went and saw Les Mis yesterday. There are hot takes.
There it is.
Nate had them.
The hot take is that Dan loves his wife.
I
Dan
do.
loves his
Facts,
wife.
facts.
Man loves his wife.
And none
We
of
all
us
love Dan's
argued
wife.
that.
Also, John Glasgow said, back like it never left. John's
Come
once
on.
again with
What
us.
up, baby?
Welcome,
What up,
John.
buddy?
Appreciate
Hold on, real
you.
quick, what
Appreciate
you-
We got to ask John to bring some friends.
Hold on. You got mints and gum? You ain't going to pass no gum around, big dog?
It's
Hold on, no.
That's
Please,
dip, bro.
please give Damon one
No.
of your mints.
no. That's dip, bro.
If Nate wants me to have one of the mints, I refuse to. I'm going to tell you right now.
Nah,
I'm going to tell you right
You
now.
stick the mint right in the lip.
Nope.
It is minty.
No, is it minty?
It is. It's like
thought-
gum. You
I
just
thought we
can't
talked
chew
about
it.
this. I thought we talked about this.
What?
Your family wants you alive long term, Dan.
They do. But if you want me to focus for the next hour,
Hey, whatever it takes to lock
I
in.
need to die early.
Yeah.
you've seen me go off on cloud 9.
That's
where my
true.
brain, I am here, but my brain is not
We
here.
here.
We need the dip, Damon.
We
The-
need
we
the
need-
dip.
we
We
need
need
the-
dip
the
and
energy.
I
Dan.
need the dip.
The
Dip
energy
and
is here.
Dan.
That's true.
Yeah.
And when Nate slips up, I'm going to be on it.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
As somebody who worked with Dan, I would say like I'm probably more addicted to Dan being on dip than Dan is on dip.
That's fair.
That's a statement.
That's fair.
You can
Is dip
recognize-
just tar? What is dip? Tar. Like if you were gonna put a ingredient list.
There's
I
no
just found out,
dinosaurs.
and I just found out that tar is in nicotine. I was like, oh, what y'all smoking, bro?
In cigarettes, there's
We
tar.
can have
Yes.
a segment every episode of things that Damon learned for the first time.
Listen,
Bro,
man,
I
people
wanna-
be
That's a
trying
whole
to.
podcast.
What
It
do
is.
you
People
what do you
try
think is
to
in
know
dip?
too much.
I don't think people try.
Nah,
It
but
just
they
happens.
be having their nose too far.
I think
Get my
sometimes-
nose out the streets.
You know, I think I would argue you have a very special skill of like I think everybody's bombarded with things,
Sure.
and most people don't necessarily
You
try. It
filter.
just hits them.
It just hits them.
Your filter is phenomenal.
That's fair.
It
I
is-
appreciate
I
it
do want to.
Phenomenal.
I do want to produce a show where it is experts and Damon.
just like what?
Yeah,
That's it, man.
that would be such a good show.
focused.
What you mean?
Focus. We
Yeah.
locked in, bro. Carry on. We
Since
I
when
don't-
Pluto not a planet? Just
What? I just want to see Damon tell a scientist. I don't think so.
I don't think
I just want to tell
I don't think
Damon
so.
that there are two countries in Ireland, Ireland and Northern Ireland.
Yeah, well, you know.
I also didn't know this. Since we're on this, I didn't know that Great Britain and the UK were different.
Yeah.
We talked
I-
about this.
We did. I thought that was an interchangeable term.
I see.
I thought England was its own thing, but like Great Britain.
Mhm, yeah,
But
bro.
apparently, Great Britain is just the island of Britain,
That's right.
and then the UK includes Northern
Includes,
Ireland.
Yes.
yes.
So
That's right.
We knew this.
yeah,
You were catching up.
yeah. Apologies to all of our
Real
our
quick
The
British.
here.
Greater Atlanta.
Ireland, right?
There we go.
You said
And Northern Ireland is Johns Creek,
Yeah.
and they're just like, yeah, we're Atlanta,
They wanna be
No,
their own
which
city.
one's the good one though? Which one's the good Ireland?
Republic.
Wow, you have a take on that?
I have a very strong take.
Where is Northern Ireland? We're gonna get to
Irish
real stuff in a second.
independence.
I just want which one's the North Korea of Ireland? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Northern Ireland.
Northern
Okay, all
Ireland.
right. We can't
That's
go to
the
that
one
one.
that's-
Can't go to
We
that
ain't
one.
go that one. No, we can't.
Not gonna see me there.
Nah, not with the sun's down.
Nope.
Nah. You pull those bagpipes out. Wrap it up.
Yeah.
You hear those
We
bagpipes. We gotta go.
We
The
gone.
the
You're
best,
good.
The
They're
best
only-
golf course in the world is in Northern Ireland.
Yeah,
that's how
they're
they
not.
get
They're
you.
not racist against y'all for being black. They would be racist if y'all were Catholics. That would be the thing.
You want
with
us to?
Northern
You want us to
Ireland.
see if that's true?
Bro.
What want us to do? We're doing a sleep study. Nah.
Yo,
Nah.
you ever seen him? You gonna love this? You ever see Remember the Titans? Yo, you sunshine. Let's all go eat it here.
Oh no!
Told you we can't go.
I told you that.
Told you that. You don't listen.
What's wrong? We gotta go. What's
We
wrong
gotta
with him,
go.
man?
Okay,
What's
you're
wrong? We
probably-
gotta go.
We gotta go.
He going crazy, man. Come on, man. Come on. What's
Yo,
going
you
on? We
sunshine,
gotta
bro.
go,
You
man.
sunshine, bro.
Golly.
Look at and then as he wipes his head.
Golly.
Oh, sunshine. Yeah, go see. They're not
come
gonna
on,
be
let's eat on
racist
me,
the way you
Petey.
think
We
they're
can
gonna
eat
be
on me,
racist.
Petey.
Only if you're like this.
I
Go-
told you.
We get over there.
Golly.
Told you.
Yeah, he said-
Sunshine.
Wow.
We're Pentecostals?
Yeah.
Watching. Probably losing it.
Oh my gosh.
All
right, Nate.
Glad we cleared
Let's,
that up.
let's jump into it, man.
Cleared that up.
I love when
Now that
those guys-
we've tackled geopolitical issues,
Catholicism hate early.
Yeah.
Get it in.
Yeah, no, go there, Black. You'll be fine.
Nah.
Be fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
let's talk about Darren Waller. More importantly,
I
we're
wish
going
we
to talk
would.
about Kelsey Plum. So here's breaking news from 2 days ago.
Breaking news.
Darren Waller is expected to retire.
Got
He got to.
And this is after he released a song about
Is he
his.
retiring or is he getting cut kindly?
I think he's
I
retiring.
think he's retiring.
Okay.
I think because he's good enough to be on
He's
a
yeah.
roster.
the tight end of the New York Giants. If you don't know
Yeah.
the information.
Yeah.
And so he and Kelsey Plum got married last
Kelsey
year.
Plum, Las Vegas Aces.
Las Vegas Aces. They
Yeah.
get married last year.
Yep.
They have a very
J Lo.
out of nowhere divorce, I would think, as far as the public eye.
Public
Yeah.
guy.
There's no like real scandal. Just all of a sudden they're broken up.
Boom.
She made a post.
She made a post.
Made a post.
Made a very post of like, "Hey, I
Yeah,
tried.
I tried.
Mm-hmm.
I tried."
Some
So
stuff just can't work out. Stuff like
Kelsey immediately jumps into just living her best WNBA life.
that. Yes. Yes, she
She is just like, "Hey, I'm just gonna do an underwear ad, and I'm gonna
Drop the Skims ad.
Yeah.
Drop the cigar company.
just
And then probably drop 20 points a night.
Bang.
killing it."
Yeah.
So she does that. Darren Waller decides to react to their divorce by releasing a song.
Why?
Has he been an artist before ever?
No.
Okay.
believe
It's
I don't believe so.
He had like a musical background.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I know we
no.
talked to the
I mean, do you
pre-show.
qualify like doing hip hop in the lunchroom as
No,
It's
I
gonna
don't.
be a no.
doing music
It's gonna be a
previously?
strong no.
I
Strong
think
no.
he downloaded. I think he accidentally downloaded an auto-tune app
Mm.
and was like, "Oh, I do sound good,"
Hey,
and then was just like, "I'm going into the studio." And
T-Pain for sure shot him a text. Was like, "Yo, dude, you know how to deal with this music?"
and do it with auto tune. Heck no, that was
So-
trash.
it's one of the worst things I've ever listened to that I've listened to about 10 times. 'Cause
Respectfully.
it made me
10
laugh.
times?
It made me laugh.
This gonna
every
sound
single
bad,
time.
but it's early in the morning.
Come
I'm gonna
on.
say it respectfully. My
Respectfully.
first thought was, is he back on drugs?
Ah,
Respectfully.
the old rope-a-dope.
Respectfully. I know he battled
He had a
addiction.
journey. He
did.
had a journey.
He had a
And
journey.
my
He had
first
a
thought was
journey.
like, boy,
Is he back?
he back on it.
Ah.
Should he have done drugs rather than do this video?
It probably would have been better for his life.
It would have been.
If I'm being honest, we'll bring you back from relapse.
We'll bring you back from that.
We'll bring you back from relapse,
But
but
we'll
bring you
embrace
back from.
Like, man, you're going through a tough
Wow,
time.
that's
How
tough.
can we help
There's a
you?
support system.
Yeah.
There's no support system for making bad music.
No.
You just out here making
Yeah.
bad music and bad music videos,
Ugh.
He's Black Weird Out.
bro. Remember
do that to Weird
when Paula Patton? This is for
Yep.
black people. Paula
Yep.
Patton and Robin Thicke was
Uh-huh.
together,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
then they
Oh,
broke up.
they broke
and
up.
Robin
He made
Thicke
that
and Robin.
video,
He made
bro.
that. He was like, and he can sing, Darren.
He can.
Why you think you could do that? We made so much fun of him. When
We
it's
made fun
over,
of
it's
that.
over.
Me and Aaron Chooney made fun of that music video.
It's
for
bad.
for the Braves.
It's bad,
It was
So you saw it 10 times,
give or take.
give or take. Did you see the whole video?
great. I did.
You saw it once, one on
I
one.
think I watched it twice.
What about you?
I kept singing the song.
Isn't there? There's two songs now, right?
Yeah, he has two now.
Oh,
He has
I've
two.
only seen the one.
Yeah, he was
song.
freestyling.
I
on
saw 6 seconds and I was
I
out.
saw the free.
How was
to,
that?
To
I
his
can't-
credit, the freestyle one.
freestyle.
He freestyled. with
I
us.
think he was reading
He
something.
definitely was, but it was.
I
He was
think
doing spoken word?
It was less corny.
More emotional.
Man, you're a good person. That's
It
very
is.
polite.
Listen to me.
Said
When
I couldn't find the pocket like he did. I'll just say that.
When-
Believe me, I know you could, Dan.
You could.
I'm gonna say, Dan, I know you could. 'Cause
when
it
I
was-
saw the first 6 seconds, I cringed. I can't. I was like, I can't.
I'm not
This
gonna
is
press play, but
this
that's
is
what,
it.
That's what he was.
This is where he was at.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, imagine somebody rapping with with their shirt and shoes off.
I will say 2 things. One,
You sit by the pool.
I didn't see the whole
pool.
thing here, but I saw enough. And 2, I get it, Darren.
Nope.
I get it. Listen to me.
Go ahead.
Because if Katoya left me, listen to my word. My amazing wife. I'm not gonna speak on who right, wrong, what happened, because I don't know. So I'm not even gonna assume.
Let's assume that's what
But
we do here.
but if I got divorced by my amazing wife and these 3 great kids, you make it a whole album out of me. Because I am destroyed.
Listen, I don't
I
wanna-
am
I-
destroyed.
okay, can
I hear you.
I don't want to.
I
don't
am
wanna
destroyed.
judge.
And I understand that, Damon. I feel like you're way more. I feel like you will find someone that has a greater success rate
No.
than
Here's the
making an
line.
album.
Here's the line. He could have written a song.
yeah.
He could have done a lot of things.
Sure. He could have done a lot
But
of
when
things.
he found a body double
He did.
to put in the music video,
A body double that looked
Was
like Kelsey to play.
Yeah, he pulled a Justin Timberlake from Cry Me a River. Remember he had the
Okay,
oh,
Brit
with the
Body?
Brit.
Yeah.
Also, let me get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Damon, respectfully,
Yep.
your 10-year plus marriage,
Uh-huh.
3 amazing kids,
Yeah.
little different than a 1-year
Sure,
marriage to
sure.
another celebrity.
Sure,
Let's
sure,
just
sure.
get that out
Sure.
there. I
This is
don't-
valid.
Yeah.
This is valid.
I would just hope that it would be a different reaction
I
if things
see.
were to
I see.
go wrong
I see.
versus.
Yeah.
one
If you
shot.
want to rap, just say that.
Just say that.
Just say that.
You know, Obi wanted to rap. Dame raps.
I'm coming around to this
Oh no.
because if this could become a trend, I would love Ben
Hamilton
Affleck
fan.
to do a video of him getting a divorce from J Lo. Because
I just
that
wanted to be
could be
Batman
a Dunkin'
again.
Donuts commercial that goes viral. Just a free idea
Oh,
to the
free
Dunkin'
idea.
world.
Just free out
Just
there.
do a Dunkin'
Oh.
Donuts divorce video through
Well,
the drive.
here's the thing about divorce. It's not only is it growing numbers wise, but in the popularity of events. The amount of times I've been now at a show in the last few years where divorce parties, divorce tables,
No.
people got
Oh, yeah.
costumes, people got banners now,
This is a
people are
divorce
celebrating.
industry.
Yeah, it's
No,
a
industry of
it,
divorce.
it has grown mighty because we used to think people who were divorced they were
I'm
they were
so
dead to us.
sad.
They would be outside the camp, put leaven
Nah.
on your head,
graduation.
wash your body
Unclean.
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 You're divorced, you failed, beat it. But now it's kind of back in. It's like, oh, look at
You
me.
know, because you know
Look at
what? I
me.
feel like, and I knew this. I don't know. I have a gift,
What you got?
and I'm gonna say, I've seen enough marriages
Uh-oh.
that make me go, yeah, I can spot the ones that not gonna work.
Ooh.
As soon as I
It's
saw
not
her,
hard.
I was
It's
like,
not difficult.
did you think that this was gonna work?
No.
No.
All right, well, hold on. Here's the test. There's 3 marriages here.
Rank 'em.
Statistically.
Rank 'em.
Wow.
That's easy.
It is easy. There's an experiential level.
It's easy. Top for first.
Yeah.
Wait out second.
4,
Third.
4 years.
Top
4
for
years.
first.
4 years
Third.
in. Like, yeah, I'm proven.
Oh, it has nothing to do with time either.
But
Just be very clear
I'm
about
so
that.
secure in Libby's grit, tenacity, and consistency
No.
that I have no fear for you.
Nah,
I actually just
I'm not
got
gonna put it at.
threatened that I couldn't divorce her yesterday.
Fair.
She finally legally changed her name,
Oh.
Okay, maybe I'm gonna put back
Threats.
on mine.
Threats.
and she was just like, "Hey, this was so much paperwork."
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's like, "That I will kill you before I let you divorce me."
I mean, it's got to be a lot of paperwork because Kamora Lee Simmons still go by Simmons. And
Damn, we need to be.
and Simmons, if you think anybody should leave a name.
She-
and there was ever a time.
Yeah.
She literally said, "She goes, if you were to die and I were to remarry, I'm gonna remarry an Owens,
That's fine.
just so I don't have to switch
Yeah.
That's how my
things."
paperwork it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, she could have left it. Let me just say, I didn't ask her to change her name. I was
You
fine."
didn't?
No, I'm
You
not.
went every night. You was like, you better change it. I want an
No.
Owens family.
because I was like, I'm not gonna ask you to do something I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna change my name. That's a lot of paperwork.
oh, you're missing out on fun.
I also don't want to. I just said like
There's a
I don't
couple
wanna
things that I'm not
hyphenate
gonna
it.
do that I need you to do. You understand me? There's a couple things I need to be one-way street. You understand me out here? You better get your favors up.
Yeah. I just
There's
want.
different categories.
Oh, okay.
It's not fake.
Okay.
I just want to say,
I was
Darren
giving
Waller,
it a take.
you fumbled the bag.
We don't have
She's
an
on a
album
revenge
in
tour
the house.
clearly
It's like one for
with her
one.
businesses.
It's not a dinner side conversation.
No, it's okay. I needed them to have. I was trying to push through.
I keep going.
Because I was trying to push through.
People are watching. They're over here having appetizers and a side combo.
And I respect it.
When the magic hit, the magic hit.
Look.
Carry on, baby.
I always say, Darren Wallace, you fumbled the bag. Kelsey Plum, you knew better. You
Yeah,
knew better.
She knew better.
You knew better. Like you knew better. And you know, best of luck to her, not to him.
I wonder, like,
Well, when there's a divorce, somebody's got to split up. The friends got to choose sides.
Nobody's picking him.
1,000%.
Right?
Based on that
when a divorce
song-
happens, we got to be like, who we going with?
A
If they
1,000%.
had mutual friends
If they
based on
had-
that song,
based
like
on the
he even
song.
ended it. I don't know if you saw the end of the video. You didn't see the end of the video.
I don't know.
But it was like the Kelsey Plum lookalike stabbed him in the back, and then
Oh,
he,
I missed the reenactment.
and then he falls into the
Ocean?
the ocean and like water splashing on his face. It's very dramatic.
That's how it ends.
And that's why I was like, oh, this is spite. What could she possibly have done to stab you in the back?
she got more successful.
Got more successful, like made more money, told you wasn't a good football player. Like I don't
Weren't good in bed.
like all of those things are like
I feel like when she said she tried, I bet he just started trying to do music while they were
yeah,
together.
she was like
and she was like, no.
I can't.
I got one
No.
rule.
I
I'm
got
not dating.
one
I'm
rule.
not dating. I said I
I
wasn't dating
got
no
one
rappers.
rule.
It's entertainers and singers.
Here's the thing that I will to pull a positive out of this.
Ooh.
Good for him for being like, this is my chance for a hard reset of who I am.
Oh, that's
'Cause
hard.
look,
that's
if-
a hard reset.
If
I feel like everyone in divorce does that.
Yeah,
Everyone
and-
loses 10 pounds and
like that's the thing. Like
Cuts the
if I got
hair.
divorced, I'd probably add in a new kind of shirt that I wear.
Jesus fucking.
There'd be some way to
monetized.
I'm sorry,
Oh.
but God, listen to how
you gonna
sad
lose your
that
mic.
is.
You better
I'm
tighten
just
up.
saying, I
That's
think
how
there-
sad that is.
I think there's
He's
like
joyless.
a
He's
nice
anti-joy.
reset I would do.
Add a
you know?
shirt type.
I'd
What's that? A
probably-
V-neck?
I don't know. I'd probably try white jeans once, just to see.
Do you think you would go on the body cut, like get in shape, if Libby left you?
I think it'd be the opposite.
I don't know that you can.
I
You're
can.
gay? I
Trust me.
mean-
I've been there.
What's the big boy in Modern Family? You know what I'm talking about?
Cam?
Yeah. Right. I can see you kind of taking that role on in your life. In a new life, you got divorced.
The gay dad?
He's one of them. The big gay dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. White
He
jeans.
said
He
you
got a
think
lot of-
Nate's gonna switch his sexual orientation.
I didn't say that. I was just talking about
Oh,
vibes.
it's like the look,
just
the
like
vibe.
The vibes, the look. You said white
Oh.
jeans, and I was going with that.
Okay.
But you could too.
And the
You know what I'm
button-up.
saying?
Look, I
It's
don't
a
know.
spectrum. You know what I'm saying out here?
I don't know what divorce
Wow.
would do to me mentally.
This topic went in some
Yeah.
interesting places.
Grab the reins, Nate. Grab the reins.
Yeah.
This is it. My
So-
man said white jeans. When you say white
'cause
jeans,
all
what?
right, so let's talk more about
What?
Kelsey because
Yeah.
she is obviously winning this divorce.
Sure.
Yeah,
a
she's
cigar
doing-
company.
She's doing pretty well.
The WNBA is having a moment. Kelsey Plum's on the forefront of that.
She's on the forefront of that.
She should
She
be.
should be.
She's one of the names
Back-to-back champions.
that people are pushing. We are going to the Dream Game tomorrow.
Ooh, it's
Shout
gonna be
out.
a time.
Yeah.
I'm very
Atlanta
excited.
Dream
Another good
tomorrow.
time. Let's go.
One thing that we have done is Damon sent David the rosters for each team, and it was just like, hey, David's the single guy in this group. All right, I don't know if birds can fly with 3 wings, but you're gonna have 3 wingmen tomorrow night.
Respectfully,
Respectfully, how do you feel?
I wouldn't use any of y'all as wingman. Respectfully. I love all of you.
I thought Damon would at least make the cut.
No, none of you.
Listen,
None of
I'm not
you.
upset at all.
None
Let's
of
work
you.
for me.
So you want us to clear out, if anything?
If you ever in the wild
Talk
see
to
me
me.
locking in,
Oh, I'm not even
Get
gonna give you eye
away.
contact.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no. If I ever saw you was in there putting in work,
That's what a good wingman does.
Yeah.
Once there's good vibes in the air, I'm
Yeah.
gonna see myself out.
I'm also saying just respect. I'll create my own good vibes.
if a
I
girl
don't
walks up,
I'm zero word.
we're gonna scatter, right?
zero
That's
word.
that's our move.
I'm zero word, bro. I don't even know.
If
this
I
man.
bring you in, just know it's not good.
Mm.
And you were here.
Yeah.
You were here to help me get away.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I've misread that before.
Boy, did you?
Where we
Boy, did you?
we got
Hold on,
some,
there's
Misread
a
an opportunity?
There's a specific.
Come
instance.
on, give us
well,
one.
all right. So we were. I forgot. We may have been
You were somewhere.
hanging out, writing or something,
You
and
don't need
then
to get specifics. with
we're
it.
leaving.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We're leaving this location.
Yeah.
David gets noticed
Yeah.
by a woman,
Sure.
and she pulls him to the side.
Why are we
Yep.
being KG about the location?
Because they
'Cause
might pay. They might.
yeah,
they
because
might.
it's
Nah.
it's
There's
a
specific
known
reasons.
Specifics
location.
aren't important.
Yeah.
Just go ahead though.
Damon's gone.
Yeah.
I'm heading out.
Oh, I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
you were
Okay.
there. You left.
I'll leave quick, boy.
I also left quick because
So
I
quick.
thought there was
Hey,
something
man.
to this.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not gonna stick around.
And the whole
I'm not gonna
time,
be
like-
the third man.
No.
I felt like
So I
Mufasa. Brother, help me.
I say goodbye.
That Kevin Hart.
He
Help,
said, "Long
help
live-"
me. Help me. Yeah.
I had 30 minutes later, I get a text from David
Hey,
being like,
dog.
"Hey man, I needed you.
I needed you, dog.
you
He-
missed."
They didn't catch the eye contact. I was on, hey, help me.
Hello.
Hey.
I thought the eye contact was get out of
Nah.
here
Wow.
because I'm
It-
about to work.
Nah.
Mm.
You guys
no,
need
no,
a
no.
code word.
Oh,
I
boy.
thought that's when you
Well,
know
now I
we're
know
not
that eye
good enough.
contact-
We're not good in the wild.
Well,
Guess
you
what?
know-
I can't be trusted.
Well, you know he
I'm
won't
alone.
fight for you. So
We
why?
already, I knew this.
You knew this.
I knew this.
You knew
Now I know
Now you know.
that eye contact is not a get out of here. Eye contact is
If I'm
you
giving,
break this up.
this is what it is. If I'm giving her all eye contact
Yeah.
and you none, get out of
Yeah,
there.
get out of there.
But if I'm looking at you,
like
when she's talking to me,
eyebrows,
help.
eyebrows.
I feel like I'm back on an episode of Don't Do That, Bro. Shout out John Parker.
Yeah, JP.
Ow,
Yeah,
eyebrows.
yeah, you
Yeah.
left me hanging, bro.
So
Oh,
tomorrow,
that's
if
tough.
anything happens, because it's a small arena, all the
It's-
seats are good.
All the seats are good.
Everybody can see everybody.
And I'm going in talking like I already was like some people from WNBA Twitter
Uh-oh.
was like, yo, next time you come to a game, let me
Uh-oh.
know.
Uh-oh.
So I was like, bet. It's just people like journalists stuff like that. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah, oh,
yeah.
Oh, I know some journalists.
I do too.
Journalists. All right.
Yeah.
I know some journalists.
Real quick
Yeah.
before we move on, just like this imagery, John Glasgow said that Nate will start dressing like a Dominican when he gets divorced.
I love John so much.
Dominican. Oh, okay.
I know black.
I can totally see him getting like a Dominican baseball jersey,
Yeah, take some salsa classes.
getting
or something.
getting some chains,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
undershirt, a few
Okay.
buttons undone.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Skinny jeans and just some time
Dude,
shoes.
there's a
Yeah.
beautiful
Full prints.
Dominican woman that would
Yeah.
love to salsa with you.
Yeah.
All right.
there.
But it won't get to that.
It's not
Right.
gonna-
We're
it's
not-
not
we're
gonna
not
get to
rooting
It
for
won't
that.
get to that.
No, that's
no.
if there's a tragedy.
No.
facts.
And then I'll
Yeah.
become
My man's about to get 2 Madagascar twins out here in
Okay.
a couple days,
Facts.
baby.
All
We
right.
got Plan B.
Let's go.
You know
right,
who
let's-
needs a Plan B?
Damn about it with
Pat
the
McAfee.
transition.
Pat McAfee. What a rough week for men trying to talk about women's basketball. Not good. All of the discourse, for the most part, 90% of the WNBA takes I have seen by popular outlets.
For those that are living
Have
under
been
a rock,
trash.
what happened this past week?
So this past week, there was 2, I would say, the most public incidents that happened on ESPN, which was Stephen A. Smith got challenged by Monica McNutt.
Okay,
Oh, no, he got
further, go
assaulted.
further back. What happened in the Caitlin Clark game? Hard fouls.
Oh, the Kennedy Carter stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Because that's what really started.
That's what brought all this.
yeah, so the WNBA has been very. I think it's because it's got more eyes on it now than ever. People are just now realizing that it's physical, that it's almost like it's just like the men's league
Oh, it's not.
in a way, in the way that we consume it. Going, oh, that's a hard foul. there are storylines. There are people who dislike each other.
Okay.
Sure.
So
when
all
I,
that.
Let me also be clear. When I say it's not, I mean the women's game has always been,
Yeah.
since I watch it, way more physical.
It's not friendly.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's
Go
not
ahead,
friendly. It's always been very physical. So there is a. I think it's okay to call it an extracurricular foul
Former
on
Dream
Caitlin Clark.
draft pick.
Yes, from one of the Dreams
Yeah.
draft picks, who was I think dismissed from the team at some point.
She
right?
she's been dismissed a few. Yeah,
yeah.
she's
So-
traveled.
So
Yeah.
there is
Well
a
traveled.
history in her career.
Mm-hmm.
Checks Caitlin Clark during a dead ball play.
Right.
Gets called for a foul. That's fine. Like the officials did the right thing in the moment.
Sure.
Sure.
Upgraded later to a flagrant one.
Upgrade later, which it was. It was not a basketball play.
Yeah.
Um,
And you should know that because before you hit somebody, if you yell "bit" and then you hit them, it's like that probably was
All
on
right.
purpose.
Well, those
Yeah.
motors were a little different than
Yeah,
the screen.
I don't think you were playing basketball. Like you kind of gave yourself away. KG.
tough to defend yourself.
yeah.
So the
Listen.
quick take on everyone's minds was there's a lot of hate rolling around directed at Caitlin Clark for shining the spotlight on the WNBA.
Yeah.
And then everyone wanted to talk about it. And in various instances, the biggest ESPN shows either said too much, Pat McAfee, but I actually have a take there.
Oh boy.
Or you have the Stephen A. Smith first take, which is he gets called out for not talking about the WNBA before
Hey.
this point.
Well, but I think what he got called out for was bragging about how much he
How
talks
much
about
he
the
is the
saying
one.
that I do the most for this league.
That was the key.
No, it was worse. He said, "I do more than other people,"
yeah.
Yeah,
which is worse.
He put all his cards down.
It's like we doing more than everybody else. Like
Yeah.
then nobody. We said, "Why aren't you doing better?"
yeah.
And
Yeah.
so Monica McNutt, which is one of the best basketball minds that
She
we
does a great
have,
job.
does color for the Knicks. Been all over WNBA, NBA broadcasts. Was just like respectfully.
Respectfully.
Respect.
That's when you know you in trouble.
That's what you say right there. When you hit with the R word.
Yeah,
And
respect.
she told
Respectful.
Stephen A, you could have been doing this 3 years ago.
And he hit it with the.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna dive into my hot
Go
takes.
ahead. Yeah,
Dan
yeah,
wants
get
to talk
it.
Pat McAfee.
Damn it,
so
it's-
bad.
And I want to talk about Stephen A.
We got it all. We
So
got
do
time.
you want McAfee
We
for
just
you?
wanted to get
No,
the context. We
I
want
want
to lay
to
the
get it.
foundation.
I want to get it.
Yeah,
I
go
want to
ahead.
get it.
Go
We're gonna
ahead.
start with. We're gonna stay with Stephen A. And the first take situation. Here's what I want to say. First of all, our podcast really has been talking about the WNBA, specifically y'all three. I've been the hater. I have said that no one cares, and historically I've been accurate. What I want to say about Stephen A. is, look, he is talking about the WNBA. Lots of shows are talking about the WNBA for the first time in a long time because it is rising in popularity. And I just want to give Stephen A. just a little bit of leeway to say, like, people are going to talk about sports when they matter. They're gonna people are gonna talk about golf when Tiger Woods is playing, and they're probably not gonna talk about golf when Tiger Woods is not playing.
This is fair statement.
They don't have this gravitational athlete.
Right.
Everyone thought Rory McIlroy was gonna take the mantle. It's been iffy. You got Brooks Koepka sliding in there. He was in Live Golf and all of these things. So they don't as much as I want to talk about golf. I realize that it's not a topic that most people are tuning into our show to hear about.
Sure.
Most people don't care. No one historically has tuned into ESPN to hear the WNBA takes. The championships go, there's awards for the aces, and then we move on.
Right.
And I just want to say, while it is popular to virtue signal today to say I care about the WNBA, that's where it goes too far for me. That's where I think the Stephen A. Smith does go too far, where he's like, I'm the proponent,
Yeah.
I am the flag bearer
I
for
did
this
it.
thing. But at the same time, people finally talking about it, I don't know that should be seen as this you're late to the party thing. It's
Well, so
this is what people care about today.
the
which
only
is a good thing.
The only thing I'll push back on that is the fact that there was never a chance to see if the WNBA had popularity.
This is the tension.
And when ESPN made the deal to start putting the games on television, they immediately started getting numbers. So you go, all right, the fan base has always been there. ESPN just never cared to cater to
ESPN
them.
is just one piece of the puzzle, right?
ESPN
It's just
is
one
one piece of
network.
the puzzle. And I get why society, I'm sure numbers tell them, hey, talking about LeBron and then doing some synergy with Disney Yes, that makes numbers go off
Our
the
number
charts.
one video of all time is Damon talking about LeBron becoming the GOAT.
And I'm not
Oh, is that
saying
right?
that a
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that a WNBA conversation versus a LeBron conversation is going to have similar numbers. What I am saying is I think a lot of people said it wasn't popular when they had the power.
To give
to
the
help
effort
it.
and put in the
Yes.
energy behind. That is the give and the take, right? Of giving space and opportunity to see if this fire will burn more, etc. So this conversation can have nuance. We're gonna have a nuanced conversation
have a
about
nuanced
several things here.
conversation, yes.
And so it is an element of, hey, I don't know if my son loves playing the drums. Right? So I say that statement, and I never put him in a class. I never give him a real shot. Well, let's put him in a class, and he's got to stick it out for 10 weeks, and let's see if there's some, et
For
cetera, et
sure.
cetera.
For sure.
Because several people have come out and be like, no, we've been pitching these talks for years. We've been pitching
Sure.
these stories, and so having the space for anything, business, et cetera, to have opportunity to see if it's going to fall on his face or see if it's going to pop off or stay afloat is an element as well on the other side where there is this balance of, again, it's not just black and white, where they're like, yo, no, we could have given it more opportunity once a week, once a month, etc. And that is where some of the rub meets the road type of
I
deal.
also think a lot of the frustration is that ESPN's coverage of the women's tournament was so good.
You talking about college specifically,
Yes,
right?
so good and so entertaining.
Facts.
And then it feels like
Juju, Page.
they just. Well, I'm
Cam,
talking about the studio stuff.
Yeah, well.
Oh, the
Andre Carter.
yeah.
The
Oh,
energy,
I got
the
you.
energy.
The,
Oh,
the
yeah,
energy,
yeah.
the
El
way they
Duncan,
played off
yeah.
each other, I was like, this is a very inside the NBA type
Yeah,
feel.
yeah. No, they cooked.
And you're just like,
But
ESPN
I know
hasn't
why
done
that is,
anything.
though. I know why that is.
Why do you
Being
think it
in
is?
the media world is there are personalities to rally around, and
Yep.
whether we're gonna get into the nuance of that, but like you cannot like make people care about a sport. It's impossible.
100%. I do not care about hockey.
Right. If there were people that drew your attention
Facts. Sure.
that from your hometown
Yeah.
that you could relate to, I mean, it is why Tiger Woods first made waves because of being the first African American to win the Masters,
Off top.
1996.
Off top.
Bam.
Bang.
This changed things.
Oh,
It
yeah.
happens when the first South African wins a Masters. You will see golf rise in countries that have never had a former champion. When there is one, when Hideki won in
Yeah.
Japan, everyone's grabbing golf clubs.
Facts.
It happens. across-
Relatability is top notch.
Yeah.
it's top notch.
Yeah.
And what I want to say about the WNBA and Caitlin Clark is in this country there still is a majority people group, white people. That is changing, and I'm not. It's just a statement of fact. That's
a
not a
fact.
statement. That's not a
Yeah,
political
yeah.
statement.
We speak facts.
Yes.
y'all,
out
settle
here.
down. Settle down.
Someone,
Dan's
someone
not-
just
I'm
got
with-
triggered.
Dan's
Someone
not-
got
I'm with you,
triggered,
Dan.
and a white girl came into this league with attitude, and people are pissed about it, and she's getting hard fouls.
I think a lot less people
Well-
than media and news and think pieces put on, though.
but I think the
I
think what I find quite interesting is that the WNBA player, there are key WNBA players that are like, this is amazing for the game, and I can
Facts.
get on board with it.
Facts.
Forward thinking.
Yeah.
And then there's others that are like, she can just. I saw a quote today.
It was
from-
Kennedy Carter, the same girl who hit her.
Okay, she was like, she just shoots threes.
That was the same girl who hit
Same
her.
girl.
What else?
Kennedy
What
Carter.
else?
So she kept the same energy.
What,
She's consistent.
But also, what
If I may, can I
She's
read?
consistent.
What I would say
She
is that-
posted this on Instagram the day
I
after.
want to see this.
It's just something I just to let you go like the type of person that Kennedy Carter. She posted this on Instagram the day after. I grew up with all brothers. All we did was fight and argue. I love the hate more than the love. What y'all don't understand. I'd rather you hate me than love me. I mean that on my dead up. Anytime somebody say something like that,
Oh, boy.
just let them be.
Oh.
You just let them be.
Not the bro. Oh
Yeah,
no.
you just let them be.
Nuh-uh.
They different. They built different.
They built
and
different.
you just let that be.
But
go ahead.
okay, so that carries on into why do I think Caitlin Clark is culturally people understand her. The majority culture doesn't understand like a very like bold, and I'll use a word that is straddling the line, aggressive like behavior in female sports. Like you don't see it even in U.S. women's soccer, which is probably the only other kind of lightning rod moment when the women's team plays
It's our best soccer
in the
team.
World Cup.
Yes.
Everyone will pay
Better
attention,
lock in, baby.
but it's still not this like kind of like if you pay really close attention, you'll see it, but like it's not in the forefront of the game, throwing elbows, talking shit, doing those types of things. And so culturally, I think you have Caitlin Clark, who is mid in her attitude, and she's just out there to win. And people are like, that's relatable to people that like my wife who are
Sure.
like, I get it.
Yeah.
And I think people just, it's okay just to put that there and say, this is what it is.
Yeah.
This is bringing popularity. And I don't understand the maybe it's a small group, a loud group of the WNBA players who are like, we've been here. I'm like, yeah, but that's like white golfers saying, we've been here when Tiger Woods came on the scene. And it's like, yeah, but not really.
So
Well,
can I throw something real
Yeah.
quick? All right, real quick. So there's a couple things I was thinking about this, right? I don't disagree with you, but I also say same thing happened to Jordan. That happened to LeBron.
Yeah.
If you are the high phenom that comes in any league,
Coming out.
they're going to hit you. The Jordan rules were a thing because Jordan was a
Sure.
certain type of player,
Facts.
and Jordan literally had to put on weight to get hit. You know what I mean? Because he knew he was going to
Bad
get hit.
boys.
Right. I think a thing that I went to my first W game a couple weeks ago, and I think I described it to some people as like, oh, it's like I got invited to the cookout,
Sure.
right, as a black person, and now I'm realizing, and I'm saying it because it felt very special and very different than anything else I've ever experienced. And now what's happening is, to your point, Dan, Caitlin Clark, in her eyes that come in, those eyes are middle America white
Yes.
people who have never
100%.
watched the game. There's never been a player like Clayton Clark that they can, I want to take our daughters to go see this person play. Not to say, and when I say there's never been a player, I mean like just another white woman,
Exactly. That's
right? That we can say this could
And to be clear, just to add to you here, we're talking about on this magnitude.
On this
right?
magnitude,
We're not talking about
100%.
necessarily
You could've
skill
brought-
set.
No.
right. But like has
we got to
the
give this.
attention that makes you like,
Yeah,
let's be a part
yeah,
of this
yeah.
wave.
Yeah.
And I'm saying also that has now infiltrated into the discourse. So you got different people having conversations about women's basketball
Yep.
who are used to talking about men's basketball, who are also used to talking about things in a very black and white, particularly white kind of like lens. And they're talking about a thing that was primarily built on the backs of black women
100%.
who are like now like, all right, like good for you, but like we
Alright.
also they wouldn't be here for, and so like having that kind of pushback, they're like, hey, like we built this.
Yes.
Right? Which is why if you look at, there's going to be another white girl who comes to the league who's the #1 pick, who everybody is going to feel differently about, and it's Paige Beckers. And when Paige comes into the league, she's gonna take her lumps the same way.
Same way.
Yeah.
Her response, I think, is gonna be different, and it's because for years, Paige has been, hey, I know I'm standing on the shoulders of other black women, and it's constantly done that. And I'm not even saying this is Caitlin Clark's job to do that. Like, part of me feels bad for her because all she wants to do is just play basketball.
She gonna try to hoop.
Her
I
dream was to
wanna
play
shoot my
basketball.
shot.
I want to play basketball. I think she fully expected the hits. I think she fully expected.
She's not
the screw-
complaining about anything.
No, she's
not
playing.
out here.
She's doing a little bit of like, I guess I'm gonna get, and I get that you're playing for the refs, like, and that's just gamesmanship that happens across all sports.
All sports.
I just think that like I hate that like, again, I've only seen one game live, W game live, but I remember walking away like, we're gonna ruin this, and by we I mean just like dudes who don't get the specialness. It really felt like, this is what I was telling my brother. It felt like I felt like if I invited a white dude to a cookout, right? But like men are the white dude here, right? And so I'm sitting here, and it's almost like if I got invited to the cookout and also said, and I brought some friends, it's gonna be like, ugh.
David, what you?
Yeah, it's like we invited you. You know what I mean? And
That's
then other
fair.
people come and they're like, and not only they get invited to go, they go, y'all eat hot dogs?
Oh, get him
You know
out
what
of
I'm saying?
here!
Y'all got anybody got any potato salad? Like just asking stuff that then got nothing to do with how it's already been, or like who cooked the macaroni? We're gonna be too picky after being invited to the cookout, and it's becoming this like this bigger problem. But I feel it requires a nuanced conversation.
It's,
Gotta-
it's
and
the
no one's
first
having it.
dance. It's the first time this is happening at this magnitude.
Yes.
And so it's going to get messy, which brings me to the Pat McAfee take,
Yeah.
which is if this take had been him using any explicit...
Give the context too.
Okay, so
a
Pat
little bit right
McAfee is talking about the hard foul and talking about the use of what her name is that did the hard foul.
there.
Kennedy Carter.
Kennedy Carter's hard foul and her using the B word. And Pat McAfee in kind of extolling her Caitlin Clark is like she is that white.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
but before that, though, he goes, everybody's talking about this rookie class. He goes, we know it's not the rookie class.
Which again,
So he
it's
put
not.
everything on Caitlin's
It's not,
shoulders.
and I would say from a popularity standpoint, like look, Phil Mickelson came out the same year Tiger Woods did.
Did he?
Poor Phil.
I would have got that wrong. 10 out of 10
Nah,
times,
I
bro.
remember that. Go
I would have thought
And
Phil would have been in the game
it's a
8 years
helpful.
before.
It's a helpful thing because it's the exact same thing, but flipping the script.
Sure,
It's
sure.
a historically white game
Yep.
with a black athlete,
Yep.
mixed athlete to his credit,
This is true.
and like changing the game. And there were people in that rookie class who were just as legendary, Hall of Fame caliber players
Sure.
that will never get remembered
Yeah.
as that year's class.
Yeah,
They'll be
sure.
remembered, but not in the same way.
Not in the same way.
Caitlin Clark, Pat McAfee is right. He is right.
I'm gonna push
there
back
are
real quick.
There are more.
Go ahead,
There
go
could be
finish.
more talented players
Yeah.
in this class.
Sure.
But they're not pulling the eyeballs.
So, I don't think you're wrong, but I will push back because you're a numbers guy,
yeah.
right? And Angel Reese brought up a good point because she was like,
She
hey,
did.
because basically we don't care about Caitlin Clark the same way if there's no Angel Reese,
Agreed.
right?
Agreed.
Like, and talking about a numbers thing, Angel Reese has 1 million more followers than her. Which, like, she moves the needle, and I don't think she's getting the credit that she deserves for moving the needle in the W the way she has.
This is true.
Like, Angel, and for whatever it is,
Both of them had to be in that national championship game.
they both had
multiple
to
years
be.
ago.
They both had to be who they were.
That's also
and
true.
Caitlin Clark does not get, because really what happened is it's the same thing. I know I'm gonna bring this up, and I'm probably gonna get ripped up for this, but it's the same thing that happened to Taylor Swift. I don't know who Taylor Swift was until Kanye
Kanye
was
got
made
on that stage.
There was a villain and there was a white
Dang.
woman,
That's
and
fair.
then people came and was like, "We must
The
protect
storylines are
this
important.
white woman."
Storylines matter.
And then so she got protected and blew up more. I'm not saying she's not talented. I went through that path. Taylor Swift is fine, whatever.
We have made
Right.
our stances.
But it's the same, and I say this all the time. It's the same formula. You have a white woman with some talent, not whatever you call it, what it is, and then there's some sort of evil black aggressor.
well, and
then they
you
say
have
a
other
thing-
complexities of Steph Curry, like
All those
showing
things-
her love through this process, which is when transparently,
Sure.
like, I didn't know there was a rivalry. I saw Steph Curry being like, "I want to shoot threes with this."
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like this clearly has some momentum.
And that's a
some
new. I
legs
feel
to
like
it.
that's a nuance. Like that's something I don't think. I think most people go, because you look at the tweets or just the interactions. It's most people going, Angel Reese is a thug or some sort, and we must rally around this white champion.
I think
And I
like,
guarantee you that happened with Bird. I guarantee you that happened with other. Like there's the Great White Hope is real.
And honestly, I hope that they're cool behind closed doors and they like this podcast. If you spend any amount of time, we turn up the volume
Sure.
on our disagreements when the cameras
Absolutely.
are on.
Yeah.
And like it's not quite to the same volume when they're not on. I
Right.
hope for their sake it's the same thing.
It's still
Yeah.
really hurtful.
The point though is my guess is I am a numbers guy and my guess is that Caitlin Clark's reach despite her followership is greater than Angel
Oh,
Reese.
without
Like
question.
the
Oh.
SEO value of
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark's name like is much greater than Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Oh,
There are-
I'm never gonna fight that because there are. I mean, we gonna be real numbers. There are just more white people in America
Exactly.
than there are.
And that's
Black
my
people.
point is like this is a seismic shift in young girls, dads who are like, cool, like my daughters can identify with someone that plays. Like honestly, when I played football, I wish there had been a Julian Edelman that could have been
Sure.
like, yo, dude, you can like you can figure this
Right.
out. I had Emmitt Smith, and that was the closest I was gonna get,
Sure.
short running back.
Yeah.
Like, but if I had Julian Edelman, I could have been like, cool, I can identify, and whether that's good or bad or like human, I
This is
have
a
no
fact.
idea. But no, finish.
I know you want to chime in here, so I just want to say this real quick. One thing that I am optimistic about, I'm a half full type of person,
Okay.
is that this is the reality of this is you getting that new haircut, that first day's got to get together. It's being on a few dates, you're still figuring out the small talk. I am optimistic that in the midst of this tension and discourse and yada yada, we can hopefully get up to a point, look back, catch a breath at the top of the mountain, and really, for the majority of like people who love good sports, like, oh, yeah, I'm a fan of the W because the game and these players are good. I saw something. I just want to say this, and Nate, I want to hear your take on whatever else you want to add. I thought this was a really solid statement about the league in general of the W, and it was like Caitlin Clark is as good as as people think she is, but the ladies in the WNBA are better than what people think they are.
That's a fact.
And there's this reality of like, yo, this league is so concentrated with talent.
144.
144,
144.
only so many teams, and it's like every person in here 9 times out of 10 is a dog.
Yeah.
Who, you know what I'm saying, just pound for pound. So the
But that's
competition
that's
level.
been true.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
So, we
So
have to
people are catching up, right?
So we have to identify what has changed, and that's where I think Pat McAfee is right, where he's saying there is a seismic shift happening, and it's because of the energy that was put into the college series.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark being this anomaly of a player.
Yeah, that 2 years ago Iowa LSU game, the ramifications that the NBA is
Bro.
getting
Yeah,
now
absolutely.
is they owe LSU and Iowa some
They
more
owe 'em a
checks.
lot.
And that, I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
I think that's the point, though. To Andrew's point,
Yeah.
it wasn't just one.
Yeah, no.
If Caitlin Clark comes in, if she just dominated and won, or didn't even win, Sabrina Ionescu is a similar player.
Similar.
Very similar player.
Very similar.
You look at their stats, they're almost identical. You know what she didn't have? Somebody that you can say that's the villain.
I mean,
If she-
Caitlin Clark beat Kelsey Plum's records in college.
Yeah, we didn't care about that
And we did not care
until
when,
there was
yes.
an Angel Reese.
But the opposite is true too, though. There is like people don't care about Angel Reese being this hyper competitive, hyper like talented athlete.
both
without
both
her
sides.
being
Both
like,
sides of the
no,
coin.
I'm not cool with that.
Both sides of the coin.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
so
saying the
it
same
goes
point.
both ways.
Yeah.
Like I think, and that's where I think there is like at least a head in my mind, and maybe it would like calm the storm in a bad way for Angel Reese to be like, yo, give her flowers, but like
Yeah.
pay attention.
Yeah.
I think she's always done that. Like she's always said, well, we don't hate each other.
Right.
We don't.
They've said
But
this
at the
multiple
same thing, this is what I
times.
love about Angel Reese. She's like, but I'm out here to beat people up
Yeah.
and win.
And so is Caitlin.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yes, 100%. Like,
Facts.
and I think that we're all doing like if you're out there and you're a Caitlin Clark fan, and you're not the fan you think you are if you're coming her defense. Like they're doing too much to her. Like
Yeah.
she don't need that.
Yeah, she don't need that.
She don't need that
She don't
protection.
need that at
She
all.
don't need, and if anything, is you're disrespecting her as a baller.
Agreed.
Because every
Facts.
baller that's ever come into the league
Hooping.
has had to get
I
hit.
just so back to the point.
Down
and
in
we can-
Taurasi was
and then we-
right.
and then we can move on.
These are grown
the
women.
idea of
Yeah.
of like we're gonna ruin it. I think there's some validity to that.
Yeah.
But I also think like people can't virtue signal every single day around this. Meaning,
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset by what Pat McAfee said on his show. That's incendiary every single day.
Right.
And he was incendiary around this point, and people are like, how could he?
Hey, listen, let's say this, because we only men, all right? So it's already going to go wrong. But this is the equality that is exciting for the sport. I'm going back to the good stuff, the optimism. We want to be able to, we as all sports fans, be able to talk about women's sports, men's sports, everybody's sports with the same vigor, the same jokes. You can get it. You can get it. I don't care about your genitalia. I want you to know that we love the sport. We're going to trash talk you. That game was trash. We're going to, you know what I'm saying,
100%.
smash you in the sport. You know, so there has to be this level, and if you ain't ready for that, then you ain't really a real sports fan of the love of the game.
Jeremy
Because
Lin's
it's got to be
another
both sides of
really
that conversation.
interesting Jeremy Lin's another really interesting lightning rod of
Oh,
basketball.
come on, Linsanity.
Like
Yeah.
where like people that don't care about basketball,
About basketball.
started caring
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
watching
Linsanity.
Knicks games
Yep.
just to
Yeah.
see if this kid who was riding a couch
Yeah.
6 weeks before that
I
was
think-
gonna make it.
So I think the difference is nobody came in and was like, hey, they're fouling Jeremy Lin too hard. Like, they need to be nicer to Jeremy
Be
Lin.
nicer
or-
to Asia.
Yeah.
So take
wait,
it tough.
wait a second. The NBA has made Jeremy Lin play 5 games in 8 days. Why did they do that to Jeremy Lin? And it's
Yeah.
like, I think that
There's
I think
a
that's
coddling
been-
of Kaylin that like I don't think is helpful for her or
Not for her,
the
for
growing
the
of the
league,
game.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'll say this and then we'll move on. If Caitlin Clark got you into the WNBA, welcome.
Facts.
That's great. More eyes on this. But the WNBA is such a vast, open world. You walked through the door. Caitlin Clark got you through the door, and now you've got like Connecticut's undefeated. The Chicago Sky is super fun to watch. Cardoso's finally back from
Cardoso.
injury. You've got the Sparks are a lot of fun. Like we said, Aces are back to back.
Man, listen to
Champs,
the
there's a
Aces, boy.
real low key rivalry
Liberty
with
look
them
good.
and the
Yeah,
Liberty.
Liberty
The
cooking.
Liberty are so good. That's who we're gonna go see tomorrow.
Come on.
It's an
Sabrina Bree.
incredible league, and if Caitlin got you here, great. But just know that there is so much more to it than the Caitlin Clark storyline, and I think that's what frustrates people, is that a lot of people are coming in focusing on one thing, and we're going, wait a second, there's a lot of really good stuff happening that deserves to be talked about just as much, if not more, than Caitlin Ceasay.
I'm gonna throw this out there just as a test. If you're a person who's new to the game, and no one here, this is no one here. I'm just gonna be very clear, no one here. But if you feel like you could have a strong take on the WNBA, I implore you to take just 1 second to ask yourself this: can I name at least one player on every team? And if you can't, shut up.
Well, I think shut up, but also be okay. Be okay with that, because if I were again, I think
Nobody here.
we care about storylines
Yeah.
and we care about
Nobody here
specific
would.
players and people.
Nobody can or can't.
No. I said no. I said
I
everybody.
mean,
here
I
can.
couldn't. I'll be
Oh,
honest.
Dan, I tried to.
couldn't.
I
couldn't.
tried to protect you,
I-
Dan.
David is such a good friend.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
David is
I
such
was
a
like,
good
nobody
friend.
here.
I
We
can't-
all can.
But I am. But I
he is
am
content
I
in-
am
Yes.
that. I
Yeah.
am the mass audience
Yeah.
that is being like slowly
but
indoctrinated.
yeah.
And you're not going to get people to download the Wikipedia of the WNBA top scores right now. But what you are going to do is you are going to slowly get people in, as long as you don't ask them to be hardcore fans overnight.
Yeah.
Atlanta
And-
United is a great example of this. That is still, to this day, I can't speak, I haven't been to a Dream game yet, but it's pound for pound my favorite sports event in this
100%.
city.
It's the best atmosphere.
5 years ago, right? Title comes, and again, it just slowly continues to pick up. Everybody don't know soccer from UF. You don't know this from this guy. You don't know what offsides means. You don't know nothing. You get a scarf. You go to the game. That was fun.
Yeah.
And you go back, and it starts slowly pick up. Then you maybe watch a game at somebody's house with a beer. You're like, oh, this is a good time.
Right.
You know 2 players,
Right.
and you just,
Totally.
boom, boom, boom.
And that's something that I had to deal with because when Atlanta United won, that gave me a window into soccer.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, there's a team in my city.
In the city.
That's competing at the highest level
We
that I
won.
can identify with. And I made a lot of these same mistakes.
Mm.
I went offside.
But they're not mistakes. They're
But
not
I'm
mistakes.
saying it was
Mm-hmm.
bold of me to enter a sport going offsides is dumb. If you got rid of that, they would score.
Yeah.
more.
Oh, okay, that sounds silly.
Yeah. That,
Or saying
that sounds silly.
yeah. So you say stuff like that where you go,
Well, we
hey,
got self-awareness. We
you know
out
what?
here.
I can improve this game, and you go, this game's
It's
hundreds
been
of
here.
years old.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's millions of
Yeah.
the idea of walking into a sport, being the new person, and saying cater to my needs.
If you get invited to the cookout, go where they tell you. Don't get adventurous.
that's good advice.
Don't be
All right.
like, I want to shut up.
But
you got
also, you don't have
invited.
to eat the food.
you don't
Nah, you
just
kind of
do
got
it.
to eat the
Oh,
food.
you gotta eat the
You
food.
got to eat the
Oh,
food.
you
You
gotta
gotta
You got, no, no.
You gotta
You
eat.
better.
If a grandma hand you a
Come on,
plate, you're like, I'm not hungry.
Oh, buddy.
It's a wrap for
Yeah.
you. Dan, I don't know if you know this, because I feel like you probably got invited to a cookout.
I've
too.
been to
I
some
feel like
good
it been
jobs.
to-
I know you done turned out
I like
nobody
the
grandma
food. I
plate.
like the
You,
food.
I'm about to say.
you better put that in your
In the
mouth.
metaphorical universe of the cookout,
Sure.
it's you can sit there and enjoy it and be knowledgeable of the fact
Yes.
that you're here for a very thin slice of the thing.
Yeah.
And if that expands, amazing. But it also could be the Tiger Woods effect where people just don't care unless he's there.
This is true.
And that
is
could
true.
also be part of it.
That
And
is-
that doesn't mean that Tiger is the greatest of all time. Arguably, he's not. Arguably, he is.
Mhm.
Like, you can have the take that, I'm entertained by this storyline. When the storyline is present, I'm here for it.
Yep.
And that's okay.
And that's
You're not
okay.
gonna. There's too little time in this world to dedicate yourself to everything.
Facts.
And honestly, I think in 2 months, this conversation is going to entirely change because the Fever aren't that good. Playoff chances are going to continue to go down. And I think we're going to see who really is sticking around to enjoy this sport and
I
who
think
is
it's
here
here.
for the hype.
I think it's here.
Great.
Again, there are a lot of white people in America.
I do. We got a lot of comments from
Okay.
the WNBA stuff.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and I want to, because I want to read them. So everyone listening at home, not watching YouTube live, you're not getting your thoughts read out loud.
Hey, talk
Your
about it.
thoughts are stuck in your
So
head,
starting
idiot.
off, John Glasgow,
Oh, that's what was
he's
heavy.
still out on women's sports except gymnastics and tennis. LOL, coming from a girl dad as well. Very supportive of your daughter, John. Sterling Q Davis says, "Oh yeah, hometown love changes. You might not be a fan of the sport, but definitely a fan of the player." Kitsap King, referring to what's her face said, she said, "All my life I had to fight."
She did say that, though.
And then John agreeing with y'all, as we always say, race is the ultimate grift for the media.
Sure.
for these battles. Sterling says if someone puts something on their dead family member, leave them alone.
Dog.
That's terrifying.
Also, Sterling agrees with your cookout reference that it makes sense and that she's definitely giving Taylor Swift vibes. Elliot Smith said, Dan navigating this very well. And I just want to shout out to you, my guy.
Hell yeah.
And
Friend
shout
of
out
the show.
to Damon and Dave for all the perspective that helps me understand everything. This is why the show is amazing.
Love
Nate, way to be the eye candy.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
That's your-
All right.
What was that?
Bless
the
you.
first eye candy shout out?
Yeah, and then Kitsap says, to David's point, you could say the same thing about AJ Wilson. She doesn't catch the same amount of flack because she doesn't have a Caitlin Clark. And Tremaine McKinley says, if you want the Caitlin Clark show and you're upset that you aren't getting it in the W, you just got to be honest about that and stop saying you're here for the WNBA.
That's right.
That's a fact.
That's
And
right.
that's it. So
We
once
have
again,
the best listeners.
I would
Yeah.
also say Brianna Stewart is Asia Wilson's Caitlin Clark. Like, I think that's a fun rivalry.
Oh, that's a
See,
fun
that's a
rivalry.
deep cut. See
That's
that? Yeah, that's a deep cut. Anyway, let's move on.
B-side.
Let's
Yeah.
move on. Let's talk about white people's legs.
Uh-oh.
So Jason Kelsey.
I feel very self-conscious
Uh,
because of the wide angle. Really.
Yeah, it's
gets
a-
it.
I cut to the wide. I cut to the
Got a
Got a
nice
wide.
tan
don't
there,
worry.
dang. A nice tan there.
Dan's got the
Tens.
gams out.
Yeah.
Post beach gams.
Yeah.
Jason Kelsey came out and he and his brother were talking on their podcast about
The best podcast.
showering. And
Why people still talking about showering?
I think they should let that go,
Why
bro.
y'all
and
doing
They
that?
should keep that
Jason
sh-
Kelsey insists that it's only necessary
Nope.
to wash hot spots on your body.
Hey.
That includes.
White people have the worst takes when it comes to this.
I want to
Let me
give
just
him
say
a,
this.
what that includes. What are hot spots? Because I never heard this in regards to
I
hygiene.
think we all kind of know what
I
hot
don't.
spots
That's-
are.
The
I don't.
gooch.
I would
under
s-
the armpits.
I would say hot spots
Crevices.
are
Probably depends on
anything.
how much.
Yeah.
Creases and crevices.
Crevices, creases, your own zones.
Your own zone.
Your no-no
That sounds
zones.
like your whole body.
Your
Hey.
no-no
That
circles.
sounds like the
no-no
whole
circles.
body.
Hey,
I
saw,
would say if it's illegal,
I
if,
s-
if it's illegal to touch you there,
white people have.
that's
got-
a hot spot.
I think I can't touch you without
I
your
want.
permission.
I want the best for you
Illegal.
guys. I'm around enough of you that I want
Do
the
you?
best. I do.
Man,
Which
you're-
is why.
You're a good
what
person.
it-
Don't
what
ever
it-
forget how good of a person you are, bro.
What is? I think Jane Baldwin had a quote. Said, "If I love you, I'm gonna show you where you're wrong."
Ooh, talk
I saw.
about
I
it.
saw a tweet the other day from a white
Is this
person,
been a trend talking about showering? Did I
Oh,
miss
you
something?
and I love that for you, Dan.
That's
you're
good.
you're kind
His
of
filters,
oblivious.
bro. He's
Yeah,
got his
solid
roadblockers
filter.
right there.
I saw somebody tweet, and it was a white person
Uh-huh.
that talked about someone smelling aggressively like soap, and that's when I was like, there may not be any hope for you
Oh
guys.
boy,
What does aggressively like soap mean? And they're being upset
That's
that
a
a person
sentence.
smelled
That's a-
aggressively
that's a
like
crazy
soap.
sentence,
What do
bruh.
you smell like?
That's a crazy.
If you're like,
sentence.
is that soap?
Is that
Ugh. What do
Iris?
you smell like?
Ooh.
What are you
That's
smelling
soap.
like?
That's
That's
soap.
weird. That's weird. Stop telling. I know. I'm
You
around
just
some
did
white people,
Donald Trump hands.
and I'm doing it beforehand. It's look, it's very effective talk. It's very effective. I have the best hands. No, why do y'all tell us all about
Y'all
your
really should
showering
stop.
practices?
As a people, speak for your people. Y'all
Speak
really
for your
should stop.
people.
All right, to
Stop
speak,
about the
to
hygiene.
speak for our people.
What are you trying to prove?
I don't know. It's not
Look,
working.
you run out of things to talk about at some point. You keep sticking a microphone in front of white people's faces. Eventually,
What? We've been doing this for 10 years. Microphones have been in our faces for 10 years.
That's
and
true.
we've had some wild takes during some downtime
That's
when
fair.
it comes to sports.
That's fair.
So I think we are a perfect example of
Okay.
this.
I think it starts at home. It's the
well-
hygiene teaching starts at home.
So I think the difference is I have, and I know we talked about this in the pre-show. I have different levels of showering.
See, even that.
I've been waiting for you. That's a
So
comment.
there's like there's certain
There's the rinse off.
yeah there's certain times I'm
Because
just
we're in a rush
rinsing.
and we're late for something.
So
Yeah.
this,
There's context for matters. Yeah.
but also there's like, you know what? I showered last night,
Okay.
so now I'm just gonna hop in. I'm gonna wash my hair a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna hit some hot zones, and I'm good.
Uh-huh.
There are also showers where I'm like, you know what? I've been doing yard work. I'm
Uh-huh.
filthy. I'm gonna need a scrub,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna need to hit everything. There's also showers where you just go, you know what? I
I just
like,
want to cry.
yeah. I just kind of want to be a lobster for a little bit.
Shower beer.
Yeah.
I want to get. I want
Have
to
y'all
get a
ever
little.
had a shower beer?
Nah.
No.
It's great.
I know. I've seen like that.
I've eaten a taco in the shower.
What kind of taco?
That
Y'all don't
could mean
eat-
so much.
Y'all don't eat in the shower.
What kind of taco?
I don't know no soggy
Just a
taco.
little- no, it's not in the water, baby. It's over here. Let the water
But
hit the back.
it's- There's steam
Hey,
everywhere.
that's wild.
Y'all crazy.
Was
man.
it a
Y'all-
hard shell taco?
No, it was a
No.
it was a absolutely amazing prison taco That was steak, cilantro, onions.
You
Oof.
remember what was on the taco?
it
I
was
love that.
I was like, I
fantastic.
cannot imagine stepping on cilantro
With a
in
little
my shower.
pineapple
A
soda.
shower taco.
shower-
My mind.
Nah.
Now I
Bro,
know
y'all
how you
better
feel
get in.
like when you find out new things about the Queen of England.
I'll have shower beer. I'll have shower coffee. Well, I won't have shower,
Shower
beer.
beer
anymore.
just seems sad.
Oh no.
Oh,
It
it's a
is.
sad day.
It is.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
It
whoa.
sounds like somebody just lost a
Yeah.
loved
Sad
one.
day.
Like I'm only seeing like that in movies. Like,
Nate,
water
Yeah,
coming-
yeah.
Oh, like, I
It's the
don't.
blue-
I
it's
don't-
the blue girl on Inside Out.
Not
Tell 'em.
say that shower beer is not sad. I've had them a
I
lot.
absolutely can. I don't.
I also have
You see now,
clinically diagnosed depression.
Yeah, I don't drink.
he's
it,
an
but
expert. What are you
I
saying?
would shower beer would be my reward for like mowing the lawn.
Again, though, you're a joyless person.
I can understand that.
Like you mow the lawn and then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna take a long shower.
Mm.
I got a cold beer here. I'm gonna let the hot water hit my back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink my cold
Yeah.
beer.
You know what you're missing? Taco. That would have took that shower to a whole nother level, bro.
Honestly, I would accept. it.
That's it. What?
You
Maybe
just,
that's-
you
that
just
would've
converted Nate as in that moment. It was like,
Bro,
oh,
everything
whoa.
you just said.
I would be
you
good
would've had
better
that
with a taco.
And took that beer, boy.
See, then you couldn't
Oh,
put
that's
it down.
very nice.
That would be the bad part. You
It's
couldn't-
only
you
two
had
And
no-
bites.
that's why
It's a
y'all don't
two-
wash your legs, because your hands are full of beer and tacos.
Y'all gotta tighten up. Cause my legs,
You can't have a beer.
my legs were already
You need
washed
both
before I got
hands
to the
free
taco.
so you can wash your legs.
Yeah.
Well, it's because
I
they don't
would
have all
also
the
say,
equipment, bro.
as
They
a-
ain't got
as
the
a
wash
shower,
rag.
As somebody who's consumed
The
shower
equipment
beers
is short.
before, this is probably tough to do childless. I love a Saturday morning coffee shower as well.
What are we saying?
Like it's about mid. It's it's
am I the one
mid-morning.
focused in the shower?
I slept in.
Let's be clear what Nate means by mid morning. He's talking like 11.
He's talking, yeah,
Oh, I'm
3
talking,
p.m.
Yeah, 10:30
3
at the
p.m.
earliest.
At the early.
At the early,
Two-
like it's
two,
10.
three
It's
p.m.
10:45. I've got a podcast going. I got
When
a
this man
cup
become
of
a
Joe.
father of triplets of Egyptians,
Oh
this
yeah, no,
man,
it's gonna
this
be
man life is
awful.
gonna
Wrap.
be wrecked.
It's
You
a
might want
wrap.
to start subtly pulling back.
Yeah.
sir.
No, see,
Yeah.
I'm going
Okay.
I'm leaning into it
This
because I
makes
know I
so
don't have much
sense.
left.
You guys can't
hear
wash
you.
your legs because your hands are full of beer. I get it.
Can we talk about something else that's
Yeah,
just
go for it.
incredibly white?
All right, we got 5 minutes. We
Yeah.
gotta go.
Did you guys see this video on Instagram of the crocodile swimming on the beach in Florida?
PCB.
I didn't see
In
this.
Panama
Oh.
City Beach, there is a crocodile
Okay.
just sunbathing in
On the
the like
beach.
where the water's just breaking over him.
No.
I've been scared of jellyfish.
Facts.
I've been scared of sharks.
As you
Yeah.
should be.
I've never once in my entire life thought there might be a crocodile
At this
in
beach.
this
At the
in this
beach.
water.
Why haven't we thought it? I
They
agree. I've
live.
never thought about it, but
No,
why
no.
have we never thought about them
Well, this is all very true
being
information.
in the beach?
Because
should-
they're not alpha or they're not they're not the top of the food chain in the ocean. That's why they don't go there.
But
that
water's
often.
water.
Yeah, but like animals don't see water as water.
What I mean, here's what I mean: crocodiles, alligators, whatever's in Florida. I don't know what's down there, right? Whatever's in
Well,
Florida.
There's
Wow.
gotta be a crocodile to be in saltwater.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm saying is,
My son would be very proud of
what
me.
what I'm
Not
saying
bad.
is, I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. Why I'm weird that I'm not
Why-
surprised.
right.
That they were like, "What's over there with that water?"
Yeah.
Maybe some food over there. Like they just were like, "I don't do that."
Yeah.
Like that's. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
This is true.
But that story's wild to me.
I can't say that I haven't Googled crocodile versus shark
You
before.
Google every way you could die.
There's a lot of videos
What?
of crocodiles and sharks fighting each other.
Get out of here. Are you
It's-
serious?
It's so much.
Who
it's
wins?
amazing.
Sharks.
That's the fun part.
Sharks.
Who wins? Sharks win most of the time.
Yeah, it's like it's my house for real.
Yeah, they're a little bit more adept.
Siri rolling in
Oh,
on the
we-
conversation.
That wasn't me.
Yeah. Well, that was my Siri.
Yeah, it wasn't mine.
uh-oh.
Hey, get out of here.
Nate's just told it to Google crocodile versus shark so much. She's like, all right, got your playlist.
Like,
That's
there."
what you want?
Yeah.
I got it.
That's what you
Yeah,
want?
I mean shark wins most of the time. Most of the time, it's more of a crocodile is like, oh no.
Would you rather see a shark or a
Give me
crocodile
a
in
shark.
the
Give
ocean?
me a shark every time.
Hold on, wait. Where we at? Where's the context?
Okay, we're swimming. You're swimming. You're walking into the
Oh, we
water.
in make-believe.
Your kids are.
Carry on. I'm with you.
Like I said, this is a white topic.
Carry on, bro. I'm with you, Dad. Come on. Oh, man.
You're walking into the water.
Yeah.
And just over the next wave,
Yeah.
you see
Mhm.
a fill in the blank shark or crocodile.
At that moment, I want a shark.
How deep is the water?
Well, we're still
Knees.
Yeah, knees. I want the shark. At that
Oh yeah,
moment.
I want the shark because
Yeah.
the thing is, the croc
The
can
croc.
pursue me
Yeah.
after the water. If it's a shark, I'm like, I just got to get to land, and even that, I just got to get a little bit more shallow.
That crocodile is able to play home and away.
Yeah.
Sharks only got one domain,
Yeah.
big dog. Yeah. I'm
Also,
taking
I've
it.
seen people go, "Oh, a shark coming. Let me push his nose."
I've seen that too.
I ain't seen no.
I ain't seen
unless
no-
I got some duct tape. I ain't got nothing to do with no crocodile.
You got to jump on the croc from back and catch it off
yeah,
guard.
Yeah, dog.
He didn't have a shot on that way.
And they be climbing fences too.
Yeah.
Like
You
yeah.
taking what?
I'm probably
that
with
level.
y'all on the like wanting to see the shark out there.
Yeah.
Crocodiles have hands.
I feel like the
I'm
crocodile's
going
there.
handless
He's
versus
hungry.
hand.
Like,
Yeah.
to Dave's point, he left
Yeah, he left.
a
He
very
left.
comfortable environment.
Yeah.
to
So
find
that
food.
crocodile is sitting there in the shelter and waiting for you to surprise you. Because
Yeah.
as soon as you see it, it's known that you've been there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
The
sharks are-
crocodile's hunting you. The shark
Yeah.
is like, I'll take a bite.
I
since
saw
you're
a
here.
crocodile. Crocodiles are just hunters. I saw a video of crocodile. They threw meat or whatever into the crocodile pit, and crocodiles don't care. They just, I'm biting whatever.
Whatever.
Crocodile ripped the whole leg off of another crocodile.
Just because
Like that, because he thought it was closer to me. Like, let me bite this. Oh, that ain't even what I thought it was, but I'm gonna eat it anyway. Ate a whole crocodile
Whole
leg.
crocodile leg.
Because that's just what they do. Sharks, I've seen them go, I don't even
Nah, I
want
don't
to
want
eat that.
this.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, give me the shark.
Let me tell you what I never want to see is a killer whale. Killer whales are the most disrespectful animals out here
As
besides
long
birds.
as you're
Oh, I-
not a rich person,
Yeah.
you're safe from
On a
killer
yacht,
whales.
yeah.
Because
I don't believe 'em.
killer whales have never attacked a human in the wild.
I don't believe it.
There's not
There's
a
no
sing-
reported- there's
There's
no
not
reported.
a single
That
reported
is-
attack.
There's
of
no
They're too
killer
reported.
smart
whales.
for that.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't know that we're. They
I
don't know
believe
we
that at
could
all.
be food.
I don't believe that for a
I-
second.
No, I think I would like
For
it.
a
I would like it
second.
killer whales to like elephants. Elephants have killed people.
Yeah.
But they're also smart. Nah, you look like you a little baby. I don't got
Sure.
time for you.
Sure.
Like, I'm not saying they won't kill
Let me
you.
tell you, I never want to see it.
That's fair.
In
That's
my
fair.
life.
I'd want to see a killer whale more than a shark.
Oh yeah.
Oh, not at all.
100%.
Oh, not at all.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'll give you a perfect reason why.
Please tell me
There's
why.
no way you could have made Free Willy with a shark.
Not at all, bro.
There's no way.
You know what? You know what their
could've made
nickname
Free Willy with a
is?
shark.
Do you know what their nickname is? Keller.
Okay.
On her dead
Yeah,
aunt.
before we leave, we have to.
Oh, he just
we have to hit the
please.
golf thing, but we
Yes.
also have to do NBA finals.
All right, let's hit it.
Okay,
Let's,
yeah,
here we
let's
go.
go, let's
Speed
go.
round. You're right. You're right.
Finals are starting tomorrow.
Here we go.
Nobody care about that.
Get
No,
him
we do.
outta
We
here.
can.
No, here we go.
We have to
All
hit
right.
the.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go.
Go.
Golf take.
Oh, golf take first.
Yeah, go
oh,
give us
gosh.
golf.
Oh man, I feel like I need to do this quick now. Okay, so I bet I can blow your mind
Okay.
Big statement.
as
heavy.
3 people who don't care about golf
Not at all.
that this past week was the most mind-blowing day
I'm
for
ready for
golf.
Dan, you set yourself up. But
Do you want me to be honest here? Am I supposed to be honest?
Yeah, please be honest.
All right,
Okay.
all right,
Okay.
I'm ready.
I think it was. I want to say it was
You're
last.
cheating. Put the phone down. You
Thursday
start
or
trying
Friday,
to cheat.
but I don't know. There's a day called the longest day in golf.
Got it.
Okay.
On that day, it's the U.S. Open qualifier,
Mm-hmm.
which is the third major of the year.
Got
You have the Open Championship in the UK coming up, but the third major is the U.S. Open. On the longest day in golf, anyone can sign up,
Oh.
and if you win your sectional, or if you're in the top, 5, 10 of your sectional,
Sure.
you qualify for the U.S. Open.
Oh my God.
And so anyone can sign up
That's crazy.
on this day. You have 36 holes. You play in a single day.
Mm.
You have pros. You have amateurs. And it is the coolest day in sports because it is to my knowledge, the only way that you can play in a major championship as an amateur, and you can just qualify on a single day.
My.
You go out and have the day of your life. You get to go to Pinehurst this year and play with all of the pros next to them for at least 2 days.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind that that's still a thing in this world. And just to be clear, the British Open or the Open does the same exact thing. There's like a day that you can qualify
Dan,
for the British Open.
I'll be honest with you. Golf people should have led with this.
Yeah.
That's one of the most interesting. That is one of the
That
most
is
interesting
very
things in
fun.
sports.
Yeah, no, that was pretty
That
fascinating.
no. That I rock with that.
Like me,
I don't think
could go and try.
Yeah.
And
You
if I
can
had
sign
done
up.
it,
Can we do that for next year? Can we do 4th and 10 all
There
sides
are
up?
I think there are like fantasy football leagues that like force people to
go and attempt.
go and attempt.
Dan, I just want you to go, and I would like to caddy.
And I do think there's like, depending on your world rank, like there might be a regional qualifier to get into the sectionals.
Okay.
And then you can
That would make
based
some
off of
sense.
previous experience you can get into the sectionals. But essentially you still have
A whole day to get a
amateurs like
chance.
me that like play decent in their 18-hole regional.
Yeah.
And then they go to the sectionals and
Why are
anyone can qualify.
I ain't never heard
Why
that in
are
my
golf
life.
people talking about this every day?
Gotta leave
Also,
with
why
that.
doesn't every sport do that? I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I think that would be the worst thing to happen. Can you imagine that for football?
Oh, people
Well,
be
that
dead.
wasn't
People
that
would
a
die.
Mark Wahlberg movie?
Yeah, it was one
Invincible?
movie, one time.
He was
One
just
time.
a,
He
he
was
was
The
just a
Eagles
normal,
movie?
yeah, he's just a normal dude with a mullet.
He was a
and
bartender.
then-
It's a true story. I think.
Bartender.
Yes.
It was true
It
story.
is a true story.
All right, NBA. Here we go.
Yeah.
NBA final start tomorrow. If you're listening to this on Wednesday, it's Celtics Mavs. Look, I'll be honest. I don't know anything.
Bro, you don't know nothing.
I don't know anything.
I need to start betting.
My head is so empty.
You picked the Mavs?
I told y'all what was gonna happen 2 times.
Nah, I don't remember.
don't think
And
you-
y'all remember saying swept?
You didn't have Mavs in the
I don't.
finals.
I think you still picked.
No, I picked Timberwolves.
Okay.
And y'all
Okay.
said,
Okay,
all right.
okay,
All
because
right,
your
I just-
position
oh no, not like
Okay.
predictions, but y'all were talking about sweep
No, no,
and
no.
all these other things. I was like,
Hold on,
what are
be
y'all?
clear, be clear. I'm the only one that said sweep.
I said,
And
You
I
said
said,
I said sweep
I
too.
said sweep multiple
Oh.
times.
You're so nice.
Twice I said Dallas was going to get
Yeah.
swept.
Oh.
And I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, let me
I'm
let me
out.
separate myself then. I said sweep, but I said I hope.
Yeah.
That's what I want as an
All
Ant
right, I
fan.
don't
I'm
wanna-
giving you a chance to separate yourself.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not like
been,
them.
What are we
They're not
saying?
like us.
Look, I don't know if Luca watches this show,
He
He
does not.
absolutely does.
but there's
I
something.
like how we all
I
said
said-
3 different things.
I sent him the
yes,
link.
no, I said
I sent
probably.
him
I
the
said
link
probably do.
personally.
They probably do.
So,
They
all
ain't doing
right,
nothing.
here's what I'm going to say
Here
to
we go.
just see how much power I truly have.
Boston are big favorites.
Boston gets
Are
swept
they?
by Mavs.
They are
Boston
big- they are
gets
big
swept
favorites.
by Dallas.
They shouldn't be big favorites.
These are the Vegas
Not
odds.
this ain't Dallas that we thought was
You
Dallas.
got. Give us a real prediction. We gotta go.
The real prediction, I think Boston in 5. I think that the key is that Boston has an answer for Kyrie. You take Luka on the chin. You let him have his 30 to 50. You just don't let him have 45 and Kyrie have another 28 to 40.
You got Boston in 5.
I have Boston in 5.
Have they learned nothing?
Go Joe Mazzulla.
Have
Hell
they
Westbrook.
learned nothing? Dan, what you got over there, brother?
Hmm,
Boston, Dallas, NBA
I
Finals.
would say that I have Boston in 7.
Ooh, if I get a game 7,
Game 7
as a
are so much
consumer,
fun.
as a consumer,
It's gonna be fun.
I'd
That'd
say
be good, too.
Boston in 7.
Boston in
Boston
7. I got it. I'm gonna go Dallas in 6.
Wow.
I think Luka gets his first one. I think he has then the conversation in the summer about am I the best player on the planet, and Kyrie's redemption tour comes full circle. I got Dallas in 6.
I'm not mad. I feel like I feel like this is closer than Vegas is saying.
Oh yeah,
I feel like anytime-
thoroughly.
Oh,
They're
oh,
big odds, and I was like, what are
Yeah.
y'all talking about?
So I don't think you can go wrong either way. I think
there's just
It's
so
on-
much
in
money
this
on Boston.
in the same way that
true.
like history kind of let you know that like Ant probably wasn't gonna win because you kind of have to go through something
gotta go through a couple lumps.
to get it. I think the same thing is for Luka. Like they got there. This is his first time getting to the finals.
To the
It's not
finals.
Kyrie's.
No,
But it's
Kyrie's a
Luka's-
champion.
He's a champion. And Tatum and them took their lumps.
2 times.
They took their lumps. They went out and they got
Oh,
pieces
once.
around
Yeah.
that really are about championship people. Drew Holiday is a championship piece.
Facts.
Derek White is a championship,
Championship
piece.
piece.
Porzingis is back.
Porzingis,
Yeah,
he's a piece.
But he's back.
But he
he
is back.
He hasn't been there the whole
Yes,
playoff.
They might not need him.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, because obviously a 7-foot dude running around don't really help you the way you thought it was.
Maybe.
They learned that the last series.
He can shoot though, but
But
carry
he
on.
can't
Carry
shoot.
on.
But so could Cat. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened. So I'm good. I feel like history and the way things are, like the script, if you will, is Dallas. I mean, is Dallas
Boston
keeping it competitive,
Yeah.
but Boston winning and Tatum finally get that. Tatum
that-
and Brown getting that like.
Yeah,
it's like
we
all
got
right.
it off our
And then-
back.
and he goes into the Olympics a champion.
What you got it in? Because they have home court.
I
Boston.
can't see. I guess I gotta say 7 because I can't see them beating Dallas Game 6 with Luka.
In Game 6 in Dallas, I can't see
I
that.
can't see that.
I can't see that.
So it's either gotta be 5 or 7.
It gotta be 5 or 7. All right, all
It's
right,
gotta be 5 or
all
7.
right.
So you're
all
either
right.
with Nate or with me.
Yeah, it's
Choose
5 or
your
7.
Choose your favorite white
Choose
boy.
your white guy.
Oh, then damn.
That's fair.
That's not even. I didn't even think
Oh, you
twice
said
about that.
you said Boston, yes?
Boston in 5.
I'm the
I
one who
said
chose
5.
Dallas. Oh, okay, got it.
Before we sign off,
Yep.
Sterling, going back to the shower, said showers for 2 things: showering and getting that bow.
That bow.
Kitsap said that Nate's gonna go talk about to this. Tremaine said that next week Nate's gonna be in a lawn chair taking a shower.
Shower gravy boats.
And then
right.
Pablo Chavez says the extra guys on Boston are better than the
Cold.
bench on the map.
That's
So
true.
2 shower heads come into play.
Right. That's you guys have
The
a
who
much different
battle?
The extra
sense.
guys, like the supporting cast of Boston.
Boston is not deep.
Yeah, but outside they're not deep, but they're. I think Al Horford, Porzingis, White, Holiday supporting Brown and Tatum
Hey.
is a better other 4 than Boston.
All right, we do need to get out of here.
We
Do
gotta
y'all
get outta
have
here.
any Stanley Cup predictions?
Yeah.
Yeah, it holds
It's the
water.
Panthers and
Panthers and Oilers.
I
Oilers.
predict it can
Oilers
still hold
has the
water.
best player in the planet.
Look at you,
Connor.
man. What are you? What
It
are you?
is.
Who are you?
I have a degree in journalism.
It's the furthest two Stanley Cup.
But do you have the
teams
time to
have
watch?
Ever been apart.
Oh, I don't watch. I
I
just
didn't.
know.
I want the Oilers to win because I'm tired of having a Florida team win
Hockey?
the
That is
Stanley
weird.
Cup.
See, I think it's hilarious. I love the fact that a Florida team could beat a Canadian team in hockey. I think that's the chaos that I want in a sport that I don't care about.
Okay.
So
My
go
prediction for
Panthers.
the Stanley Cup again is that this year again the Stanley Cup will be able to hold water if you pour it in there.
Look at that. Y'all, you're not going to get takes like that
Come on.
anywhere else.
Come
We
on.
got a boys field trip tomorrow night, baby.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's go dream.
There we go. All right, one more time. My name is Nathan Owens. You can find me on Twitter at Nate Owens Comedy, Instagram, TikTok, Nathan Owens Comedy, or NathanOwensComedy.com.
Yo, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Do or Die. If you're in Atlanta this Friday, free show at Boteco in Grant Park. Good night, myself and friend of the podcast, Adon Bean, host comedy, poetry, live music, and
Incredible.
it's free. Donations are welcome,
Come on.
and encouraged. But yeah, good night this Friday.
Damon Jr. 2, DAMONJR at the number 2.
There we go.
Hashtag for the 10. See y'all next week.
Holla.
Peace.